Connor plays a trick. One day the Fat Controller and the three engines were having a meeting today. He spoke to them immediately. "Today," he said, "the railway inspector will be coming to inspect what you are all doing today." "Really?" said the three engines. "Yes," said the Fat Controller, "and you all must be on your best behaviour." "Sure," said Thomas. "I'll be in my branch line taking Annie and Clarabelle for a run." "And I'll be taking the mail," said Percy. And the Fat Controller turned to Connor. "You and Neville are going to be having a swap today," he said, "while the railway inspector will take care of our railway." "What do you mean, a swap?" said Connor. "Neville will take the passengers for you." "What?" said Connor. "I always take the passengers. Why do I have to do it while the railway inspector's here?" he said. "Only for a swap," said the Fat Controller, "and you will get to pull Neville's freight train." "Neville's freight train?" shouted Connor. "But that's not fair." "It is," said the Fat Controller. "You are going to be doing work whether you like it or not, and the railway inspector would never want me to think that he's impossible." Yes, sir, fine, sir," said Connor. Soon Thomas and Percy puffed away, and Connor was all on his own. Why don't you talk to Neville for a while, Connor?" said the Fat Controller. "Just for a change. He's at the docks, and do as I say." "Yes, sir," groaned Connor, and he puffed away. He was very cross about the railway inspector, that he couldn't even stop thinking about it. He arrived at the docks, and he saw Neville with his coach. "Oh, hi, Neville," he said. "I've heard that you're pulling my express today." Yes, I am," said Neville. "What made you think that?" "'Cause we're having a swap while the railway inspector's here," said Connor. "Would you like to hear something very interesting I might do while he's leaving?" "Nah," said Neville. "I just want to be around for a while, only for some good changes or whatever not." "Oh, that's good to know," said Connor. "Anyway, if you don't mind, I have some business to carry out." He was going to play a naughty trick against Neville. He biffed the slate truck up the bridge, but suddenly they went down. "Uh-oh," said Connor. "Not near me!" But it was too late. They already crashed into Connor. Slate and dust laid everywhere. Connor was annoyed. Neville knew he wasn't involved, and he was very pleased about it. Just then, the Fat Controller and the railway inspector arrived. The railway inspector was annoyed. "What is this?" he said. "Do I call this under control?" he said. "Look what's happened to your engine." The Fat Controller was cross with Connor. "What are you doing, Connor?" he said. "Nothing, sir. The trucks were out of control, and he was trying to play a trick on me, sir," shouted Neville. The Fat Controller soon found out. You have been very silly all day," he said. "I gave you a promise, and you broke it." The railway inspector was cross forever. "And your engine is definitely out of control," he said, "and you need to control his behaviour for now." And he walked crossly away. The Fat Controller tried to apologise, but the railway inspector was already gone. He was so annoyed with Connor. "You have caused me a big disturbance and gave me a lot of trouble. You will stay in the sheds for the next few days, and it will make you think about what you have done." and with that Connor was cross. He did not like what happened today, and he was very annoyed. When the mess was cleaned up, Connor puffed sadly away, and he knew he had done something very silly indeed.